Excuse all of this. I had one class today and I came back and slept for most of the time, so it's just one of those days. Hey YouTube, it's Taylor. So guys, I thought for this week's video I would focus on the main topic of Instagram. So if any of you guys didn't know that I had an Instagram, I have an Instagram. And if you are not cool and are not following me on Instagram, y'all should go do that. Follow me at TayTot15. But anyway guys, I thought I would kind of show you my Instagram as well as kind of show you how I edit most of my Instagram photos. So yeah guys, let's jump into the video. When it comes to editing my photos, I really only use 3 different kinds of apps, and that is ViscoCam, which this is ViscoCam. If you don't know what ViscoCam is, it kind of has a bunch of filters, and the nice thing about this is you can upload as many photos as you want to, as well as I sometimes kind of use it with my layout as well. It also lets you upload for other people to see. So these are just a couple of my photos that I've uploaded recently onto Instagram, and it's also a fun way to kind of like look to see how everything looks. So occasionally I will use Aviary, which I don't use very often, but when I do, I only really use it to fix if I have blemishes that I want to hide, or if my teeth need just a little bit of help whitening wise. But yeah, that I use very, very, very little. And then obviously I also use Layout, which is an app through Instagram, which kind of helps you kind of basically collage photos together. So like if I pick those two, I could like pick this one, and then you can either make one size bigger than the other, and it's kind of just a way to like make a collage. It also gives you an option to add borders, or you could mirror something or switch the way it looks, and then after that it can then upload straight to Instagram. But like I said, the app that I use most while editing my photos is ViscoCam. As you can see, I have a lot of my photos in here that I post on Instagram. You can actually take photos through the app, but the nice thing is you can also add your own photos that you've taken through your phone. So let's pick a photo we could work on. Here, I'm gonna pick this one. This is a photo that I took about a year ago when I was in China, so it just imports. And then you can start editing. So you can click the app, and then you can hit this button first. And then down here it gives you a whole bunch of options of different filters you can use. A couple of these I did buy. So when you first get ViscoCam app, it does have a few filters that it gives you automatically. But I also went in and bought my own as well. So recently what I found is I really like the C2 filter, and then I also really like the C9 filter. I think I'm gonna go more for the C2 filter because currently I've been kind of doing a lot more natural tints with my Instagram. So then when I go here, I actually like to go in and brighten up the exposure just a little bit, and then I really don't like to have a lot of contrast. So like if I don't know, I don't really love having very high contrast. When it comes to sharpening, I'll usually add +1 to it. It kind of helps make, I don't know, my photos look a little bit more clear. I think it also just kind of gives your iPhone photos a little bit more clarity to them. So then saturation, I'm not a big saturation person either. So depending on the photo, I usually will actually sometimes put it down to -1 or even -2, but I think for this photo, I might even actually put it at +1. And then I will move on to the highlight. Actually, depending on my photo, my highlight usually will change. I think I'm gonna keep this one at about +5. And then when it comes to shadow, depending again on the photo, I will either just actually add no shadow save, or I will sometimes put it up to like 1 or 2 at max, but I think for this photo, I'm just gonna keep it same. Then you move on to the temperature part, and the more you move to the left, it adds more blue tint, and then the more you add to the right, it gives you more of an orange tint. So this I'm going to add a little bit more blue to, and then you can move on to this tint, and then for the tint more to the left you get more green, and more to the right you get more of a purple. So I think to even this out, I think I'm going to add -1, which is more to the green side. Now for the skin tone, I can tell you that when you move more to the right, it kind of adds a more of like a greenier tone, whereas if you move it to the left, it's kind of more natural. It adds more of like a reddish tone to it. So I usually will go more to the red side rather than to like the greeny, not very natural side. And then after that, usually that's kind of all that I do. After that, then it gives you that option that you can then actually save it to your camera roll, and I'll usually keep it as its actual size, and then once it's done saving, you can then head over to Instagram and upload that bad boy. Currently with my Instagram feed, I actually like to keep it in just the square, so I will usually either, if it's too big, I'll edit it in some way, either in my layout and collage it, or I'll be lucky and it actually fits into the square. Now when I do upload to Instagram, I do not use any of these filters that Instagram supplies you with. Again, I just edit all my videos through ViscoCam. And then once I'm done, I will add a caption, I will add any friends, add a location, and then I don't really usually upload it to any of my other social media links. I'll usually just do it myself. But yeah, and then I will just share it to Instagram. Now with regards, guys, to my Instagram, this is currently, I don't really have that much of a feed. Occasionally I'll get lucky and a lot of my photos will match kind of, and it'll look like I've tried to have like a theme of some sort, but like right here kind of I had one, not really. But for most of the part, I just kind of like to edit my photos all the same, so then they kind of look nice. But that's basically my Instagram and how I edit my photos. But like I said, if you're not following, my Instagram is right there, Ktot15, so go follow me on that. That'd be super cool. But that is basically how I edit my Instagram photos and just my Instagram photos in general. So guys, that is it for this week's video. Obviously, I'm not like an amazing Instagrammer, but I thought I would just share a few tips of how I edit my Instagram photos, because I know that a lot of my friends kind of ask like, what do I use when I edit my Instagram photos? And I think it's just kind of fun sharing how each of us kind of edit our photos to help other people out, because I know I find some people that do Instagram photos and I find how they edit their Instagram photos very interesting. So I thought it would just be fun to throw out just a few things on how I edit my Instagram photos. If you enjoyed this video and found it very interesting, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you are new to my channel and not subscribed, make sure to click that subscribe button down below. I make new videos every Sunday and I'm currently working on my goal of 500 subscribers by the time my channel turns 2. Also guys, if you did not already know, I'm going to play this live this year, so I'm super excited because it's so close. But in about, I think, 2 Sundays from now, I will be uploading an update playlist live video, but that video will be giving you all the information on what I will be vlogging in playlist, when I will be vlogging in playlist, when those vlogs will be uploaded to my channel, who I'm going to be meeting at Playlist Live, when I'm going to Disney World, because if you didn't watch last week's video, surprise, I'm actually going to be going to Disney World, I think 1 day out of the whole Playlist Live event. If you don't know, Katie works at Disney World and she gets a couple free passes like every time she works a certain amount of hours, so she was awesome enough to get me a free pass, which I love her for because Disney World is big and I'm super excited. So all of that general information about how you guys can find me at Playlist, or how you can, I don't know, just all of the Playlist Live updates about me that you probably don't even want to know about, but you're getting them anyway. But yeah guys, that's basically it for this week's video. But as always guys, I hope you enjoyed this week's video. I hope you're having an amazing day wherever you are in this amazing world. Remember to always keep doing you, and I will see you all next Sunday.